Molly, come here. This is a big deal to her. Okay, come here. Come here. Get up here. I sell at least 50,000 bottles a year.
John Fields is a reinvention of himself. A former RV salesman,
Diesel motorhomes, $100,000, you know.
turned sarsaparilla slinger.
Let's say it would be the original root beer. This would be a separate recipe similar to what you would have found exactly in the late 1700s. There is a hint of carbonation here, only for preservation. Back then when they made it, there was none.
John first made a name for himself around town, walking his dog.
Here's the story.
Patrons sitting outside the Four Deuces Saloon were curious about the man they saw walking up and down the street.
Who is this guy? He's new in town. What does he do? And the guy said, well, that's John and his dog. So this goes on for months. And I'm walking back down the street, and there's some gal on the porch says, well, who is this guy? I see him all the time. And the same guy that had been drinking had a few beers, and he said, well, hell, that's Johnny One Dog. And it stuck.
While on his walks, Johnny One Dog came across a puzzling window display.
General store had a display of Sioux City sarsaparilla. So I kept walking past that with the dog, and I kept thinking, well, something's funny here. Something's just not right.
Then it hit him.
Tombstone was more famous than Sioux City, Iowa. Should have their own sarsaparilla.
After some research, Johnny partnered with a microbrewery in Kansas City to make sarsaparilla especially for him.
And I had friends taste it, and they just went crazy over it.
He scraped together enough money to buy a pallet of the specialty soda, made up labels and packaging emblazoned with the likes of Doc Holliday and the Earps.
All of a sudden, I got 20 accounts here, okay? All of a sudden, I'm selling like, oh, jeez, I'm gonna say 5,000 bottles a month.
Johnny picked up a secondhand fridge, turned a rolling TV cart into a bar, and set up shop in this old stagecoach repair garage right across from the OK Corral.
And I put up my sign, my hours, because it says from about till around, okay? Put on the old cowboy music, and here we go. This has gone for 10 years, and it just keeps bigger and bigger. There are people from 4 or 5 states now that drive here and buy cases.
But Johnny has no plans to go mainstream.
You get into mass production and it screws it all up.
Johnny prefers his one-man, one-dog operation, personally delivering his bottled soda.
Sarsaparilla is a root, and the correct pronunciation back then, and we're talking here in the 1700s, was Sarsaparilla. And they would make this up in barrels, wooden barrels. Take one to the general store, one to the saloon. Little kids would pick up a whiskey bottle, and they'd fill it for them. And it became like the soft drink of the West. I'm independent, not going to get rich, but I get to meet people every day from all over the world. All over the world. And I enjoy it.
Johnny One Dog is a smooth salesman and one cool cat.